What do you do? Hey, I'm a thought leader. Yeah, I'm a singer. Yeah, I did all of that. But what really put me over the top was my mentoring. So I'm a thought leader. I help people see themselves and become the best version of themselves that they possibly can by sharing with them self-improvement tips that I have learned on my journey in nearly 40 years. 20 years chasing an entertainment career. Perspective is everything. Learning and being able to see yourself and know what's going on around you, honey, it'll make you a very wealthy individual. I remember my therapist saying to me years ago, it was an old song by a famous singer. It was about poker. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to not, that it's not the right time for you, or it's not the right environment, or when it's not going to work out. And that's what I was saying in my podcast. Never going to be a star. I'm 40 years old. Does that mean I won't ever be famous? It might. But 70 million people a year view and ingest my content. 70 million people a year. I'm doing all right. Enough people know me to help me become the multi-millionaire that I'm after becoming. They're helping me to become that, the mogul that I am. You have to understand something about, let's say, entertainment, because that was my career choice, career path. There are great models out front, like Naomi Campbell. But I learned a long time ago from my insider friends, when they spoke about models and actors and singers and those that had exorbitant amounts of fame, they always said, oh, that was the one that they sacrificed. She was sacrificed, forced out in front of the cameras so that the rest of us could make our money silently and go out the side door without the hassle. Could pick up $1 million, make $1 million, drop $1 million, make 5 million all in 3 days' time and never have the press in your business. It's not a good thing to be that kind of famous. It's not a good thing to be that kind of famous. You can't have a life. It's hard. You're keeping things from the press. You're keeping things from your family. I don't want to live that way. I'd rather much this way be my life. I'm a thought leader. I'm a mentor. An amazing singer, yes. An amazing songwriter, yes. An amazing fashion stylist, yes. Amazing model, got amazing face, yes. An amazing actor, yes. But guess what? I'm 40 years old. It's time for me to start to wind down and take my learning, what I've learned, take my learned skills and start to teach other people, younger people, how to do what I sought to do. Only a fool would not realize that. The best among us teach. They teach. I went to Paris. I want to live in Paris. I went to Paris when I was 22 years old with a dream of becoming a fashion model. I was shot by some of the most famous photographers in Paris at the time, signed to modeling agencies there in France, and was on par to be another face in the crowd. It's only one problem. I'm not really good at being a nameless, faceless person in a crowd. And the divine had other plans for me. So he set me down. I was so angry when I had to be set down. I felt like that was my opportunity and I blew it. No, I didn't blow it. God blew on me and said, I've got something better for you. Because I don't want you to have to turn yourself inside out. Kill yourself every day for a spot and for a spotlight. This is what I'll do. I'll sit you down and I'll teach you everything. I'll show you everything you need to know. I'll help you to research everything you need to learn. And you will become an authority and an opinion in your field. And then you know what you can do with that? You can leverage your opinion and demand top dollar to do so. You see, as a shaman, an oracle, a prophet, and a seer, motivational speaker, and mentor, I'm way more valuable than I was as just a singer, a model, or an actor. I'm way more valuable now than I could have ever dreamed to have been as a thespian. Way more valuable now. And then on top of that, the divine took care of a little insecurity that I had. And that insecurity was I didn't feel that I was smart. I thought I was smart, but I didn't feel that other people saw me as being smart. And it bothered me that people would look at me and judge me on my looks alone or my talent alone before they ever gave my words a glance. So what did the divine do? I make entertainment, but I make intellectual entertainment. It's all about how I think. It's all about my gifts and my anointings. It's all about what I've learned, my experiences. It's all about what I know now. So people look at me now and are like, wow, Queen, what you said spoke to me over and over and over again. You had me in tears because you were just piercing my soul. You were speaking directly to me. Do you know? It takes some skill to be able to do that. It takes a long time to be able to speak out of your mouth and touch everyone in the room. Not just pockets of people. Not just one here and there. Someone says, this content resonated with me. But I've gotten to the point where every single thing that I post resonates with my following. So what you heard from me was not me saying that I was giving up. Giving up what? There's nothing to give up. I just switched my trajectory and said, sweetie, you're too old to be doing this. You're too old to be running around from country to country to doing this, to doing that. Too old. And I have mental illness. I live with bipolar 1, PTSD, which people don't understand is very serious, and acute anxiety disorder. These are very serious diagnoses and conditions. I take medicine for them every day. I've had 12 years of therapy. But you know what that 12 years of therapy did? It made me an expert on how to take care of myself and manage my mental illness.